evening, viewers, and welcome to this edition of NTV Sports Page. It's Monday, the 29th of April, and I'm Curtis Morton. In our headlines, SKNFA bans Glenroy Samuel. And in our feature for this evening, Nivision Carifta athletes celebrated. We'll take this break and I'll be right back.
We are actually here on the side for the photo shoot of the Mr. Cool participants and Miss Culture Swimwear contestants.
Every year it's been a bit hectic, but we love what we do. I think this is the 6th or 7th year, if I'm not mistaken, that I've been doing this, so I've been honored to do this for quite some time. Next goes.
This year we actually have a dozen, so we have 6 beautiful ladies and 6 charming young men, both competing for the Mr. Cool title and Miss Culture Swimwear title. We are here at the breathtaking Paradise Beach Resort. I definitely want to thank the staff for accommodating us today. It's been truly wonderful.
Well, I'm back and we start with cricket. Dominant performances from opener Shubman Gill and number 3 Andrew Russell helped Kolkata Knight Riders halt their 6-game losing streak in marvelous fashion against Mumbai Indians as they won their 100th IPL game. The duo combined 12 sixes and 12 fours to help Knight Riders post the season's highest team score with assistance from Chris Lynn's 29-ball 54. Mumbai's pace bowling pair of Jasprit Bumrah and Lassit Malinga went wicketless for 92 runs in 8 overs, and even their most economical bowler Krunal Pandya conceded 9 runs per over as Knight Riders accelerated steadily to get 75 in their last 5 overs. Summarized scores: Kolkata Knight Riders 232 for 2, Russell 80 not out, Gill 76, Lynn 54, beat Mumbai Indians 198 for 7, Hardik 91, Russell 2 for 25, Gurney 2 for 37, Narayan 2 for 44, and so the Knight Riders won by 34 runs. Now to football and a press release from the St. Kitts Nevis Football Association. The St. Kitts Nevis Football Association, SKNFA, has banned Sol IAS Connery FC player Glenroy Samuel from all football-related activities pending the outcome of a criminal charge against him for attempted murder of Raheem Francis of Rams Village Superstars. In a letter from the SKNFA to Connery FC, the association indicated that after an executive committee meeting, on Tuesday, April 23rd, it was decided that Samuels be banned from all football-related activities, sports, administrative, or any other in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, pending the outcome of his criminal charge and investigation of the incident by the SKNFA. Samuel was charged by police for the attempted murder of Rams Village Superstars player Raheem Francis in a stabbing incident that occurred on Saturday, April 20th, after a Premier League match between Connery and Village. Francis was admitted to the JNF General Hospital in critical condition and has been recovering since. Sanctions were also meted out to the Sol IAS Connery FC. Additionally, the SKNFA Executive Committee has imposed on your club a sanction of a 24-point deduction in the National Bank Premier League 2018-2019 points table for failure to conduct itself properly, in particular the control of its players and adherence to the principles of fair play in the SKNFA matches. Further, the Executive Committee has imposed a transfer ban on the Sol Island Otto Connery for the 2019-2020 SKNFA football season. The transfer ban prevents the club from registering any new player during the said period, except players who are already registered with the club in other SKNFA leagues. The above sanctions shall come into force with immediate effect, the association indicated in its letter to the club. In the wake of the incident, the St. Kitts and Nevis Football Association strongly condemns the stabbing incident. We are extremely concerned and alarmed at this senseless and wanton act of violence against a player in our league, and wish to state categorically that there is absolutely no place whatsoever for this kind of brutal and criminal act against any player, match official, spectator, or other stakeholder. The sport of football is a game which is aimed at promoting the principles of respect and fair play while bringing together people from various religious, ethnic, social, political, and other backgrounds, the statement said. Further, over the course of the next few days, the SKNFA will engage its member clubs and other stakeholders regarding additional methods of dealing with acts of violence, disorderly conduct, and other negative behavior by players, team officials, and patrons. We believe that this unfortunate incident has brought the sport of football in St. Kitts and Nevis to a crossroad, and as such, we must, along with our partners, clubs, and sponsors, decide on the path forward that would ensure that such acts of violence do not recur in our sport. In addition, we'll be making a closer examination of our security procedures at various football stadiums in order to ensure enhanced safety of our footballers, patrons, and officials. The SKNFA also expressed our gratitude to the medical staff at the JNF Hospital who have worked tirelessly in respect of this matter, and also wish Raheem Francis a speedy recovery. We urge you to continue to keep him, his family, and his club in your thoughts and prayers. We'll take this break, and I'll be back with our feature for this evening.
Everybody have a good time. We're enjoying ourselves. We're having fun.
Love, passion, pride. Culturama 45. The Caribbean's greatest summer line. We are alive from July 26th to August 6th.
Well, I'm back, and tonight athletics is in the spotlight. The Nevis Island administration took time out to specially salute the efforts of the Nevisian athletes who recently participated and excelled at the recently held 2019 Carifta Games in the Cayman Islands. It was a brief but very meaningful ceremony held at NEPA Courtyard on Thursday, 25th April, and ably chaired by Director of Sports, Mr. Jamir Claxton. Let's get some excerpts.
We're here this afternoon to recognize our athletes who recently performed at the 2019 Carifta Games. Here in Nevis, a lot of times we tend to focus on negativity. So when we have positive outcomes, we need to celebrate them. Now this afternoon gathering is going to be simple but significant because, as I mentioned earlier, we have to celebrate the achievements of our athletes. These young men would have went to the Cayman Islands and performed credibly. Even though all of them didn't receive medals, they represented St. Kitts and Nevis very well. And for me, I'm proud to call them ambassadors, especially for Nevis. I'm a bit biased sometimes when it comes to Nevis, but I'm very proud to call them ambassadors of Nevis. They would have gone out and demonstrated their athletic talent, but also their commitment, dedication, discipline, and on the international, the regional and international scene shows that we have some very good athletes coming up here in Nevis, that they are not only good sportsmen, but they are overall good human beings.
I want to salute our athletes, and as would have been mentioned, the Nevis Island administration, we continue to invest very heavily in our young people, and we continue to invest heavily in sports. Of course, we know that we would have invested heavily in the Mondo track at Logrand, and that facility, I would always say, I believe would breed more Olympians from Nevis. And so I believe that the performance that we have had from our athletes in the Cayman Islands at Carifta would only be the foundation or the stepping stone to even greater performances in other regional and international meets. Of course, the Ministry of Sports, we continue to do our part, because when the Carifta Games were going to be hosted, we were hearing on and off that none of our athletes from Nevis will be part of the delegation. Eventually, we were pleased that 5 athletes from Nevis were able to be a part of the St. Kitts Nevis delegation to Carifta in the Cayman Islands. And of course, when the Ministry of Sports was approached to sponsor the travel of our athletes, it was a yes from the get-go. And so I'm very proud and pleased to say that my Ministry of Sports continues to support sporting development in Nevis. We continue to support our athletes. We continue to support and invest in our young people. I want to heartily congratulate the young people, the athletes who would have traveled to the Cayman Islands and would have done us proud in the Cayman Islands. I would ask that you continue as young people to develop your skill. You have great athletic talent, and of course we saw it on display when you were at your various school sporting events, as well as the Inter-High. I was very impressed at the Bank of Nevis Inter-High when I saw the excellent athletic ability on display there. And I believe that is what you took to the Cayman Islands, why you were able to get bronze.
So we have 4 youngsters who are represented here, and I think all of us were very proud when we saw you in the Cayman Islands performing not only for your country of St. Kitts and Nevis, but for the island of Nevis. We were exceedingly proud that you were able to medal, but even those of you who did not medal, we were proud that you were on the track and that you were representing us. You would have heard a lot about the Nevis Island administration, and my job really is to congratulate you, 1, and 2, to commit to you, to your coaches, to your parents, that whatever support we can provide, we will continue to provide. Nothing gives our island greater joy than when our people succeed. We have the politics sometimes and it gets in the way. But I will tell you, nothing brings our people together as much as when our people succeed. Once you do well, everybody becomes a supporter. That's the nature of life. And I am telling you that I'm exceedingly proud that you could have gone, and for all the countries in the Caribbean, many that are much larger, many that are much richer than St. Kitts and Nevis, you were able to produce a bronze medal. And I think that that is something that we should celebrate, and that is why we're here today, to celebrate you, to celebrate your coaches, to celebrate your parents, and to thank you for being good ambassadors for the island of Nevis. Oftentimes we hear about all the bad things that are happening with our youth. Very rarely do we hear about the good things that are happening with our youth. My simple advice to you is continue on the path on which you now are. Continue to work hard, continue to excel. Athletics can do a lot for you. Athletics can give you, of course, an education. Athletics can give you a career. Athletics can earn for you and your families a substantial living. One need only look at the likes of Usain Bolt and others to see that they are now world champions, but also incredibly wealthy people. And they were able to do that from their athleticism. But it doesn't come easy. Anything in life, even those like yourselves who have great talents, gifts from God, and from good genes from your parents, without hard work, without commitment, without dedication, you will fall short. And so I'm encouraging you to do the work, do the commitment, do the hard work that is necessary. Be committed to what it is you are seeking to do. And ultimately, I'm confident that each and every one of you has the ability to make it to the Olympics and beyond.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
I want to say thank you for the support and thank you for the energy you give us and your Thank you.
Well, congratulations are in order for our young ambassadors. That's our package for this evening. I am Curtis Morton, reminding you that you can watch sports if you're not fit. But to play sports requires fitness, diligence, and sacrifice. Have a good night.